Hi, Nicole. How you doing? Okay, so yes, 300 ppi. It looks like this is definitely 300 ppi. I got the other file that you sent, so that's great too. Um, you know what? It's there's a lot of different things that come into play, and one of the things is the distance that you are from the subject that you're shooting, and that could cause a little bit of degradation. Let me show you what I mean. So, these are really super clear. You can tell these are 300 ppi images, but it's even as such, they're not as clear as, like, let's say the shake and feed can or the hose, simply because they're so much farther away. But they'll definitely work. One thing I would recommend in this file here is, let's go to our layers. And I just want to show you something here. It doesn't make sense that this drop shadow would come at the angle it's coming from, because right now you're saying that the light source is basically up here somewhere and in front of the creature, where that's, as we can see from the background, the light source is way higher in the sky. So for that reason, I would just take the shadow layer right there, and I would just come over to edit, transform, and then come down to distort. And that's going to select that shadow layer. And at that point, you can just kind of take the handles of the shadow itself and just reduce the angle of that shadow so it's not coming from in front, but more above. And I'm just doing this quickly, but maybe something like that. And we'll okay that. And then let's take a look at the opacity. So maybe something like that, so that it just indicates that the light source is more above the creature than in front of the creature. Now, I've also done something here. I've included an image, and I'll include this image for you. Where is it? Here. I want to grab this image. I'm going to open it in Photoshop, and I'll give you this image, and you can see if you like it. If let's zoom in here, and you can see, like, even the fence and everything is it's really clear quality. And this is what I was saying before. Of course, there's a cat in the image, but I don't think that'll hurt. But what I was saying before is that this, the focal point is so much closer to the camera itself that you get a more crisp and clear result. So let's take this. I'm just going to unlock that background. Let's take this and see if you like this. I'm going to grab that image. And let's take it and drop it into your image. It's given me a color working profile mismatch, but that's okay. Let's say okay on that. And I'm wondering if you like that. Let me just Command T that, because it looks like it's a little small. So let's just go ahead and hold the Shift key down. Kind of like that little cat behind the creature there. Okay, then we'll okay that transform. And that's something I think is pretty interesting. Now you've got the play of the shadows. Let me see where that is. Yeah, that's in front of the shadow. So let's move that behind the shadow. We need to get the shadow right there. So that's a really interesting effect, because the actual shadow is being cast on the cat as well. So that's in the background. So I'll include that if you want to. If you want to, you can use that. Your choice. But I mean, you are showing 300 ppi image, so great job. All right, good job. I appreciate you going above and beyond to get this thing right. Good job. I think that you're really showing good proficiency, specifically in understanding the resolution and the importance of resolution in your files. Okay, any questions? Let me know. Thanks.